how do you keep yourself motivated? So let's say if you're like applying to a lot of jobs, and maybe you're not hearing back yet, like how do you keep yourself motivated to not give up and just like get your foot in the door of the beauty field? And that question specifically comes from Jacqueline.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. And for starters, I think when you're in that position, you have to just make sure you don't beat yourself up. And which I know is way easier said than done. But when you're trying to break into a new industry or land a new job, you have to focus on the things that you can control and really focus on each step and take it one day at a time. So I think it's common for people to lose self-confidence when things aren't going your way. So when this happens, what I like to do is just recall all of my past accomplishments, because we too often forget to do that about ourselves. And also remind yourself of the exceptional skills that you have to offer prospective employees. Literally like write them down and review them, because the power of positive affirmations really is incredible. And I think finally, take each step of the process as a learning experience. So each resume you submit, each cold email that you send, or virtual coffee that you have are all matter in terms of both building your knowledge, but also building your connections when you're trying to find your way in, because you learn more about the industry the more time you spend and the more conversations that you have. And just know that you're finally going to get to that point. You just have to make sure that it's all a learning experience and kind of enjoy the journey while you're getting there.
Thank you for sharing that. And let's say you are coming from maybe a different industry and you want to pivot into beauty. So from your perspective, is there ways that you can build up your skill set or tailor your resume in any way if you're not coming from a beauty background? And I guess you kind of did that. Like you were in marketing at agency side. So like, how do you, show that I can thrive here in beauty as well, even though I don't have like specific experience in that field?
100%. Yeah, I was going to say that when I started at Sephora, I had no previous like direct experience in beauty at all. What I did have, like you said, was marketing experience and a lot of transferable skills. So what's so great about being young in your career is that you don't necessarily need like direct industry experience to get your foot in the door. So for me, like when I was interviewing, there was never like a lot of specific questions on beauty. So I don't think all beauty brands are looking for, direct beauty experience. I think it's a nice to have, but I wouldn't have anyone consider that as a barrier to applying. I think it's more about, like I said before, the transferable skills for the job itself. So if you work in marketing, say for, I don't know, an agency or for a CPG brand, for example, you can definitely pull apart a job posting in beauty and make it applicable to you based on the experiences that you've had in your current role. And if you're also trying to work on your skill set, then my recommendation would be to look up jobs you'd like to do one day, review the skills in the posting, and then find ways to build on those specific skills, whether that be an online course or finding a stretch project at your current role. Because you can identify, opportunities for yourself for 2-3 years down the road, and then kind of build your skill set until you actually want to apply for those roles. But I think my biggest takeaway is in beauty, I wouldn't say if you don't have specific experience previously, that should be a barrier for you from applying. Because it didn't stop me. And a lot of people I work with also didn't come from beauty backgrounds as well.